I gotta switch off.
And we are live.
So who is on deck tonight? Anybody?
Just going to be basically Josh and his buddy are the ones that are the guests of honors tonight for MANimations. Mim has some personal stuff come up, so
okay.
Yeah, it was one of those best to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. I'll be on for a little bit. I'm just actually coloring the comic. So
guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
My computer crashed.
Your computer crashed and then you went robot.
Yeah, he'll probably get booted most likely.
Not a problem. But yeah, how y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a really good stream. Missed you guys last. Tank and I had a really good stream last night with John.
Oh yeah, we were trying to get that final push for the ferryman and for the punchline, which both of them had a good, strong ending.
Yes, we did. I'm happy with all the good projects that we've been pushing over the line, and there's still quite a few others. Mm-hmm. I've been browsing Indiegogo looking for a few others, but I'm not picking up anything. There was one that caught my eye, but they're like on 1 day left, 5 days, 1 day left, and they still have like 90% of their funding to get. So that's not going to happen.
I think what we should the one we should really kind of refocus on is Blue Mamba.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to be having him on Thursday.
Well, I'm having him on tomorrow.
Word.
So, so we're gonna, if you're on, Josh, tomorrow at 6:00 Eastern time, 5:00 Central. So,
I'm going to be doing a DC United stream, but I don't think that's till later, so I should be able to be on no problems.
Okay.
Yeah, so the whole thing is, unfortunately, it is going to be a little bit late for me, so I won't be joining you guys for those. I will be watching the rebroadcasts at a later stage.
Alrighty, not a problem.
So, yeah, but while we're waiting for Mr. Josh to come back, what's your take on Blue Mamba? I mean, I've just been, obviously, like everybody else, running through everything on the Kickstarter page, and it looks very good. They've got some top tier talent for their stretch goals as well. I don't think we'll be hitting some of those, but if we can just get that comic funded already, I think that'll be a good start.
Agreed.
I think it's honestly, in my opinion, I think it's another Rags. And Wanpool, because what you saw one of the tweets he said, he's like, if you like natural LGBT relationships, I'm not here to pander you, this is not for you. And I'm like, okay, I'm sold. I have no problem with gay relationships, if it's natural, you're not being an asshole, or I'm okay with it. So I have no problem with two girls in a gay relationship, or Robbie and Wanpool, because everybody pulls for Robbie and Wanpool.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody's
Wanpool.
Everybody's gay for Robbie.
Right.
Yeah, so I have no problem with Blue Mamba. I kind of like that they're doing the risque version and the PG-13 version. I think that's kind of cool. So they're kind of doing what Slick Jimmy's looking to do, kind of being that little edgy, but yet at the same point they have this version that's available to be toned a little bit.
Definitely. But
speaking of tone,
welcome back, Josh.
Did you notice how toned I look in my Team Wanpool tank?
Yes.
Got to show for my boy Troy, because I love Wanpool.
Finally got to read it last night, dude. Oh my god. I got a hold of Troy.
Funny.
Oh, it is. I got a hold of Troy. I was like, dude, the book was great, but that damn cliffhanger.
Yeah. No, I'm really eager for part 2. But you know what? I'm always saying, like, quality content takes time. I'm happy to wait.
Definitely. Like,
yeah, I'm in agreement there with you, Josh. I really think, I think if Troy takes what he needs to do it, it's going to come back stronger. And trust me, I'm all for him crowdfunding the whole thing, you know, and I am there to shill the shit out of it because it deserves to be out there.
Absolutely. You know, he's it's purely merit based. You know, like I met Troy through that. Oh, hey, my boy Jeremy is here.
What's up, guys?
What's
Hey.
up?
So my computer crashed just as you were starting the live stream, so I don't know what I missed. But,
Not much.
We just used it as a moment to pretty much start talking about Blue Mamba.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I haven't really seen much about Blue Mamba, so I don't really have anything to say on the subject. I know nothing about it.
Well, that's understandable, and tonight's your night anyway. Yours and Jeremy's. So, let's talk about some MANimations.
Well,
Let's do it.
I'm always happy to talk about MANimations because I love it. I love what we're doing. I love the people that we've been getting to work on our stuff so far. I mean, we've only just released the one video so far. That's the Lion-O one. If you want to post the link to that, be my guest.
I will do that. Give me one moment, and I will pull it up and link it.
Got it right here for you.
Well then.
Boom. So yeah, so far all we've done is the Lion-O from Thundercats Roar, endorsing the Geeks and Gamers brand, which I thought was really funny. Yeah, like we basically the whole problem that Comicsgate exists for, the stuff that Gamergate exists for, it's everywhere. You know, it's not just in comics, it's not just in video games. Every entertainment medium has been infected by social justice politics, you know, the soy, and that's what we're fighting against. That's why we created MANimations, because we want to make, you know, just fun, quality content. We want to make, you know, fun, shitposty, social commentary. You know, we want to make parodies and satire, and we want to laugh. We want people to laugh. We want people to just have a good time. And we also want to, you know, point out the bad actors as well, because they are a gold mine of comedy content. we literally have more ideas than we can keep up with right now with our current team, because we're just starting out. So it's a pretty small operation at the moment, but we're hoping to grow pretty quickly, you know, purely on the merit of our work. And I think the Lion-O video shows that, and the comments that we've been getting on the Lion-O video as well. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to look at those, Jeremy, but you should check them out.
I did see. Yeah, I saw the initial comments. It is a little overwhelming, I have to say, but it's exciting. Yeah.
I mean, everybody's saying like, holy crap, you actually managed to make the Thundercats Roar Lion-O look good.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And on top of that, like I mentioned earlier, y'all even got Ivan Ortega to comment, so that says a lot.
Yeah, well, I love Ivan. I love what he's doing with Star Wars, re-editing that to make it look better. And that's kind of what we did with Lion-O as well, only it really does fall under the parody and satire kind of category, because he's basically doing what Lion-O, this new Lion-O, definitely would not be doing. Which is enthusiastically endorsing critics of Thundercats, you know? And essentially, we really want to do like a bit of a series with Lion-O when we get the time. But right now, with MANimations, we have a really exciting project that we're working on with some really great creators. We can't really say anything just yet, but I think people are going to be really excited when we finally get to reveal what we're working on.
It's a big deal. Everybody's going to love it.
Oh, I hope so. I really do, because Josh was working on the Lion-O one, like on several streams of Meeting of the Minds, and so it was like we were watching as he was building up to it, and it's like, oh, we finally got to see it! Yay!
Yeah, the build up and the anticipation definitely can help with these things.
Oh yeah, like, but not just, you know, the Lino bit and whatnot. I personally think just MANimations in general is starting to catch steam. I mean, you guys are getting out there. I mean, you're almost at 1,000 views. Like last time I checked, it was like almost 800.
Yeah,
and you'll probably hit 1,000 views on that video within the next week.
Yeah, and our ratio is great too. We only have 2 dislikes.
How do you dislike that? I don't understand it.
Well, I think there might be a few people who just saw that it was the Thundercats Roar version of Lion-O and were just like instantly like,
Which,
and I don't blame them, frankly.
Either that or they have too much soy in their diet. I'm just saying.
Yes, well,
I can see that.
We're working on a Patreon for MANimations as well, and once we get that rolling, we're going to use that to speed up the process of our animation. Essentially, we'll be contracting out work to other animators and storyboard artists, layout people, painters, whatever we need to be able to get things done and speed up the process. Because we're only a 3-man team at the moment. Well, kind of a four-person team now, because we're going to get Nerd Wonder to help out a little bit, because she's great. So MANimations is not just for men.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
And we have a friendly neighborhood ninja in the chat.
Oh, hello, Ninja.
Does What Up Comic Family.
Ninja, rap, ninja.
Ninja's pretty cool. He actually lives near me in the same state. Yeah. He
right on.
Rap, ninja. Hold on, I gotta mute that. Okay.
Actually, it kind of worked because it was like the echo.
I'm my own backup singers.
Exactly. Exactly. Now,
yeah.
But without going too much in it, so what all will y'all's next project entail?
Well,
the next one we can show.
The next one that we can talk about, we have a couple different plans. One involving a few of the Comicsgate people, some of the people behind, the diversity in comics. It's going to be Richard Meyer, Ethan Van Sciver, Brett Smith, and John Malin. And we got a fun short with them, sort of a parody mashup sort of thing. We don't want to say too much just yet because we do want some of that to be a bit of a surprise. We're going to be working on merchandise as well. So any videos that we release, we want to have a T-shirt, something available for people to purchase that they can show their love and support, and also just to have a great fun T-shirt. I'm a T-shirt guy. You guys know this by now. I'm always repping T-shirts from the community because I just love them. I love having a wardrobe of really cool art to wear on my body.
I thought it was just because you didn't like being naked. Wow, who would have thought?
Yeah, I like clothes too.
The not being naked thing is actually a bit of a downside for me, actually. I much prefer running around in the buff.
You're a pretty guy. I could see that.
Well, it's more just like the humidity. God, rough.
Humidity? You live in Canada.
Hey, we have a summer here, all right?
Yeah, a whole, 80, 90 degrees maybe on a hot day?
Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Honestly, I don't know.
That would be Fahrenheit.
Yes, I was too busy. Really, I'm an American.
I think we go by Celsius here, whichever one's the lower one.
Yeah, so you would go by Celsius, which you're probably looking about 19 to 20 degrees Celsius.
No,
sometimes upwards of 30.
I was about to say 30, roughly anywhere from 30 to 36, I do believe, degrees Celsius.
Down lower, 29. Yeah.
But we're used to the cooler weather, so I mean, when it does get hot, it kind of affects us more.
Oh yeah, but no, I give my buddy from England a lot of help because of the fact that there was basically a blog post, Twitter post, whatever, I'm not even sure, where a bunch of people from England were talking about how hot it is and how it was like 32.3 degrees Celsius, and someone went and translated it to Fahrenheit, and it was like 83 degrees. And it's like, that's not hot. We get up into the hundreds here in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah. No, I know. I'm looking forward to visiting the States sometime and experiencing that wonderful, wonderful warmth y'all got up there. I already used some of your vernacular with things like y'all.
I still say you're a closeted American.
Hey, no, I'll have you know I'm drinking some primo Canadian energy drink here.
You gotta send me some of that stuff.
Oh yeah,
that looks amazing.
It's honestly, it's not that much different than a Rockstar, but
Beaver Buzz.
I like the branding.
Yeah.
We're working hard on the branding for MANimation. Back around. So we're setting up a Patreon eventually. Trying to figure out the tiers is probably the hardest part for that. But one thing we know for sure that we're going to do with our Patreon, and I think this is something that should get the community and fans in general really excited about supporting us, is that every single person that donates to the Patreon will have access to all of our digital assets. So that's going to be layouts, that's going to be character rigs, we might even do audio files if they want to do, some sort of remixes or whatever. We really want to foster, positive community reactions with MANimations and share those community projects that people do using our assets, because it's a really good learning tool to have access to quality rigs like this. And also, we just really want to see what people come up with.
Awesome.
Yeah, somebody's already asked to use my caricatures for memes.
Nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's something that, with all, like, working in the animation industry professionally, I see a lot of big missed opportunities as far as bonus content that just gets left on the cutting room floor and never sees the light of day to communities, to the fans. And the fans are hungry for that stuff. I know myself, growing up when DVDs became a thing with special features and all the behind the scenes look, I ate those up, like nobody's business. I was a behind the scenes whore. Like, every movie that I loved, I would pretty much like buy the special features. Like, I would buy the DVDs just to watch whatever the special features were, and I probably wouldn't even watch the movie half the time.
Do you guys ever see when Toy Story 2 came out on video? They had a special feature. It was I don't know if it was an outtake, but some of the animators had a little fun with one of the scenes, and it was where Jesse gets dropped off in the Goodwill box on the side of the road, and then the car drives off, and the animators went ham. And the car was seen jumping over the hills, doing this high speed driving in the just over the hills, and then it comes back. The scene ends with the car running right into the box. It was so great.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's one of the things that we want to do with MANimations. In my professional job, I see all kinds of opportunities for, fun outtakes and alternate takes, and we want to, when we get ourselves to a point where we're like a proper, well-established professional studio, which is the goal, this is what we're aiming towards. We are professional, but we're, with a proper studio.
Yeah.
With budgets that we can hire people to do work for us. We want to foster a work environment as well that's going to reward creativity, amongst our artists. We want people to be able to come to us with ideas, and we can sign off and be like, yeah, go ahead, do that. That sounds like something that would be great for special features or like a gag reel at the end of the film or TV show or whatever it is we're working on. Or, hey, that would be something that would be really great for the YouTube channel. And I really want to make sure that people can really stretch their creativity, not just the people working for us, but the fans as well, and have really strong, really positive interactions between the two.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like it sounds like you have high goals that you are willing to work hard to reach.
Imagine that.
God.
Right? Not just get in on your social justice buddies.
No, not at all. In fact, like the primary goal, that is definitely a perk. I mean, honestly, if the social justice people hate us, that just means we're doing a good job.
Exactly.
That just means that we're good people.
It's just social commentary. We're not out to get anybody.
Oh yeah,
just an observation.
Just an observation, and everything's going to be properly labeled. If something's going to be a parody, that's going to be in the tags. It's going to be in the description. It's if it's going to be social commentary, same thing. Whatever we do, we're going to have. We're going to be very transparent. Transparency is going to be the key to, I think, what is going to make MANimations a successful brand among communities overall, because nobody's going to be left guessing. We're going to be open about pretty much everything that we're doing, why we're doing it, and who it's for. But we also really want to make really strong content that is going to be accessible to everybody, accessible to young children, to fully grown adults. We want to have characters that are fun, engaging, and relatable, which a lot of stuff nowadays they really don't. They really don't have that. So many of the characters that you see in some of these social justice-based reboots and whatnot, like She-Ra and Thundercats Roar, they're just blatant political propaganda, and people don't want that. The parents,
why do I
the
have
children
to feel
don't.
guilty after reading a comic or watching a cartoon because I'm a white dude?
Right, exactly.
That's a valid point. That is a very valid point.
Yeah. So it's really important to us, and we've been talking to some really great people who are very much in line with what we want to do with this big project that we're talking about, and I think it's going to blow people away.
We're gonna have fun. We just want to have fun with everybody who's involved.
Absolutely, and we are having a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. We both have day jobs as well at the moment. But it's very rewarding, and we're always eager to work on the next project.
Yep.
So when my computer crashed just before the stream, that was pretty hard because I lost a little bit.
Ouch.
That sucks. See, I can honestly say I've had moments like that when I was doing a lot of the 3D modeling with Blender, trying to learn how to do that and everything, and computer crashed, lost like model I was working on. I was like, I'm gonna play some video games now. I'm just pissed.
Yeah, you gotta save often, man. Gotta save often. We at work we have regular crashes, so we have to set up like timers to save things automatically half the time, just in case. You never know when the power's going to go out, or if you get a scene that's going to just like bog down the machine so much that it just decides like I can't handle this and just like bounces on you. We don't know.
Like, oh, later, guys. Peace.
We have
pretty
a rule,
much.
We have a rule in IT. Every 2 to 3 minutes, you save all the time.
2 to 3 minutes. Wow, that's really hefty.
Well, I save after I make a change in any change.
There's a reason behind that, because it actually takes more. The longer you go between saves, the more processing power it takes.
Oh,
really?
Interesting.
And then it could crash during the save, in which point you lose even more information.
Correct.
I've been there. I had things one time set to time to save every hour, and then it went to save, but I guess something went wrong during the save, and then I ended up losing 2 hours worth of work because of that, because it corrupted the previous one.
I can believe it.
Do you mind if I got a phone call right now from my dad, so do you mind if I just duck out for a few seconds and take
Not a
that?
problem.
I'll be right back. Hand it off to Jeremy. He knows what he's doing.
All right. Jeremy, you're in the spotlight now.
What's up, guys?
The hot seat.
Sorry, I had a few beers earlier.
Not very professional. Not that we care. Not that
Hey, it's Saturday. Come on.
we right?
I still got work going on.
Gotta have beer.
I can be leisurely about it.
Can I ask you guys to raise the volume a little bit because I can barely hear everybody.
Oh,
not a problem. I am doing that now. I will raise Josh, Jeremy. Do you need me to? Why are you?
Everybody is like really low.
All right.
oh.
Pal. I will raise. Really? Thank you. I will raise everybody but you.
Yeah, because I have an adjustable volume, so I can turn mine down. So,
But
I don't have any control over that. Can you hear me? Okay.
yeah, I heard you fine beforehand, but now you are turned up. But real quick, some comments from the chat. Let's see. There was a couple I was about to read. Technique. Mecha said technique in storytelling in animation, or I miss technique in storytelling in animation. Let's see. The hardest balance doing voiceover work after working a 40-hour week. Ugh. I'll save that for when Josh comes back. Then there's cheers, Jeremy, and yeah, crack a cold one for me.
You got it.
I'm sitting here drinking Monster.
I'm taking it easy for now, but I got a half full rum bottle downstairs. I'm gonna hit later.
Coffee, always.
That's one thing I can't drink. I could never get into coffee. I can't get into tea. Can't do it.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Whoa.
Here's a good comment for you. How exactly?
I'm back.
Word. How exactly do you insert the man into the animations? I want the nitty gritty.
How do you do what now?
It's more of a biological question.
Oh.
Oh,
I like that. We insert the man into the animations by fighting against the soy invasion in the industry.
It's not so much putting more man into the animation. It's more of extracting soy, and you're just left with man.
Exactly. Without soy, all that's left is man.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. So real quick, Josh, your friendly neighborhood ninja says, "Nice Umbrella Corp tattoo."
Oh yeah, got that on my 27th birthday, I think. It's my first and only tattoo. Thanks. It's my first and only tattoo. I'm a big fan of the series, always have been. The first time I played Resident Evil was Resident Evil 2, and I played it at a game store from start all the way to a finish with like an S ranking. I've never been able to get that ranking ever again. Oh, no, it was just like a demo setup. That they had like a PlayStation. It was the first time playing the 3D game as well. So it really just left its mark on me. I love the setting. I love the tone. I love the atmosphere, the characters. Super excited for the Resident Evil 2 remake. You don't even know.
Real quick, Matt, you can go ahead and jump back in. That I don't think Josh or Jeremy have a problem with that.
Oh, do? God. Fuck that guy. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't discriminate. More the merrier.
Well, we don't discriminate at MANimations. MANimations is for everybody.
But yeah, pretty much. Do y'all have any more you want to talk about with MANimation?
So much more,
Jeremy?
but we can't.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
I want to talk about what we're working on, but I can't.
Yeah, we're insanely excited about this project that we're on, and we really, really want to talk about it. We want to tell people, but it's this one, unfortunately, we have to keep on the down low for a little bit.
Understandable.
But yeah, I mean, anything else regarding like how we came to be, or anything anybody wants to know, like please ask us some questions. We're happy to answer. Oh well, yeah, it is.
Then we'll start with, how did you come to be? That's a good question to ask.
It all started with a Tim Doyle drawing.
It really did.
I don't know if you guys saw that, the Mankini cartoon that I drew up.
I am fortunate. I've only heard about the Mankini drawing. Never have seen.
I even animated it too for a second or two, but some people were a little disgusted with it.
Oh, just wait till we actually make that in a cartoon.
It involved a fudge sickle.
Yeah, no,
the comments on that were weird though, because they were saying it should have gone in the other end, but I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah, well, basically, I've been following the Comicsgate thing. I'm right there with a lot of people, because I used to be a really big comic fan. I used to collect Fantastic Four and Exiles. Now the Exiles is nothing but soy. So fuck that series. They canceled Fantastic Four while it was still good because of the stupid, film politics with between Marvel and Fox. And
that's right. They were trying to take the spotlight off of Fantastic Four and X-Men on, because they weren't making any movie money from them.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And so after that, after some rough experiences, a rough experience with meeting my first comic book creator at my first convention.
Can you say who?
I don't know if I should. He's still one of my favorite artists. I just don't like him as a person anymore.
You can separate the art from artist.
I can relate.
And I think that we as a community really should strive to be better. Like, we shouldn't be calling people out, if it's not being publicly done. And this artist, he done me wrong. I was a kid, I idolized him, and he treated me very poorly when I met him. And but you know what? Like, there could be extenuating circumstances. I don't want to hurt him. I still love his art, but
I don't even think extenuating circumstances is an excuse. Even if he's got stuff going on in his life, he doesn't take it out on you.
But yeah, I don't either. But this was like a one-on-one interaction. Like, this wasn't public on Twitter or anywhere else. So I don't feel like it's necessary to put him on blast. You know what I mean?
Right.
But just suffice to say, between all of this stuff, and then after I tried to get back into comics later on and found it just completely infested with soy, with gender politics and all that nonsense, pushing all these abomination rehashes of characters that are completely unnecessary and actually hurt the brand and hurt the sales more than anything, because they don't match what's playing in the movie theaters where it's really, really popular. So after all that, I basically had given up on comics. I was like, this is a dying, possibly even already dead industry, and there's no saving it. So when I came upon Diversity in Comics, and I saw the reaction, I saw he was making a difference, like really just exposing all of this stuff, exposing the bad actors and the political
rigmarole.
Propaganda. Yeah, the shenanigans. It started to give me heart again. And then when he made Jawbreakers, and I was just like, oh my God, we don't have to rely on Marvel. We don't have to rely on DC. We can, like, the creators can make their own stuff and go directly to the people. I started getting really excited. I bought 4 copies of Jawbreakers on the Indiegogo. I've supported like every indie property that I could on Indiegogo so far. I'm running a little short, so I haven't been able to get some of them, and some of the others that I really wanted to, they don't have international shipping, so no Canada. Technically international. Screw you guys.
Screw you guys.
Yeah, exactly. So this got me really interested in comics again, really excited about comics again. And then I started meeting all these amazing people and talking with them and talking ideas. And, you know, the community has so many talent within it as well that now we're starting to see some smaller people coming up, you know, with Troy and Juanpool. And then we've got Comic Book Gal, Ariel, doing the shirts for the Rags team, which are great. Obviously, I have a couple of those.
Those shirts are awesome.
And we got Cody doing Cowboy Steel. We got you with Sportman, all kinds of stuff, you know, and it's great stuff. The Ferryman is an exceptional science fiction story, absolutely exceptional. If you aren't getting Ferryman, go get Ferryman. It is so good. Same thing with Onepool.
Actually, I think it is going to be on demand.
Excellent.
For a couple more days. Just long enough until they can get it printed and sent out. Give me a second. I will even tell you where Ferryman's at, and I'll even tell you where Punchline's at.
And don't forget Wanpool as well. Wanpool is available on Comic Central. I think it's like $2.99 or $1.99 something. It's not expensive. You know, it's cheaper than most of the comics you get in store. And Wanpool, even though it is a bit of a parody, is also a exceptionally good standalone story that really draws the reader in and makes you want to know more about this world, about the characters, and what's going to happen next. Like, he really hits you with a cliffhanger. Same with the Ferryman. Like, you're going to want to read these. You're going to want to follow these stories. These are some really excellent talent coming up. And hopefully we'll be able to, you know, work with them in some capacity with MANimations down the line.
Yes, we have such plans.
Oh, we do.
And apparently, Sean was not able to set up the Ferryman by the looks of it for on demand, which is, aw. But let me see. I'm gonna try. Oh, actually, I guess it is because I can still get perks. So
excellent.
Whereas, yep. The Punchline is completely done, though. So Sean did set that up, and just so everyone knows, the Ferryman ended at $32.96. That's where it's at now, while it's in demand, and the Punchline ended at $98.12.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I got a bit off topic there, but it all kind of connects anyway. So, you know, I'm talking to all these creative people. I'm seeing all this, you know, excellent creative artwork online, and then I see Jeremy, you know, regularly posting these really fun, creative caricatures that are instantly recognizable of all the various actors within Comicsgate and well, essentially enemies of Comicsgate as well. And when I saw his Tim Doyle picture in the Mankini, I just laughed out loud. I sent a reply to him saying, like, this needs to be animated. And then we just started talking. We had kind of the same ideas of what we wanted to do with this kind of stuff. We just started spitballing ideas. It just started snowballing, and we just get more and more ideas with each day that goes by, more than we can really keep up with with our current tiny team.
I keep saying that we're creating the easiest job we've ever had.
Yeah, it's not true. I mean, these social justice types, like, they're such terrible people. And they just say the most ridiculous things, and
it's hard to believe that people with that mindset actually exist.
It really is, especially if you're an actual normal person who understands how to human.
Yeah.
I don't even know how
they're not human. They're automatons.
I don't even understand how to properly human, and I do a better job than them.
Exactly.
It's not hard.
Even some people with the most awkward social ineptitudes can human better than these people.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just because they have so much hate in their hearts. You know, they're just so hateful, and we're just all about love. We just want to laugh and joke and have fun and provide people with entertainment. You know, I've always been an entertainer growing up. I've always been a little bit shy too, but as soon as you put a camera on me, as soon as you put me on a stage, I come alive, and I want people to laugh. I want them to smile. I want them to be shocked.
So you could say that you come alive with the sounds of music?
I come alive when I'm there to entertain.
On heroin?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's totally what happens.
Yes, because people who gain muscle totally do heroin.
Hey,
They don't become emaciated wrecks.
right.
You having a
And-
roid rage right
Tracks
now?
all over their arms.
And we have
What's
a
that?
Brian in chat.
A Brian from Rags?
Yes.
Hey, that's my boy. Another great person who really supports the community. Not directly. I mean, he's not a part of Comicsgate. He's made that very clear. But he acts professionally. You know, he talks with people. He is, you know, acts as a professional customer service person. He makes a great comic. Check out Rags. And
I just bought Rex. I can't wait to read it. That shit.
oh
looks
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I bought it both digitally and in paper. So as soon as I was able to get a paper copy, I was snatching it up, and I was waiting for episode 2 on paper, but I couldn't wait, so I ended up getting it digitally as well, just so I didn't have to wait for the next part of the story.
He's on my pull list.
Yeah, I don't really have a pull list at my local comic store because I don't know. I just don't have any particular titles that I trust. But also, I find a lot of comic book stores are really not very good at maintaining that stuff. Like I've had several comic book stores where I try to establish a pull list and I never get a call saying, "Hey, your orders are in." You know, I'll go like months and months and months, and I'll see it on the shelves at various places, but I don't get the call from the comic book store where I ordered it from. So it's like, what's the point of ordering it through you guys if I could just pick it up on the stand somewhere else long before you even give me the call? Yeah. I find that a lot of comic book stores aren't very well managed, and I think that hurts them just as much as all the poor quality content coming from Marvel and DC.
Well, like I've stated before, thanks to the big four, pretty much, because I'm going to go ahead and lump Image and IDW in there with them because of their ineptitudes. We're seeing a renaissance in comics, and I'm not going to say no to it. I'm not going to say no to it. I'm happy.
I'm really happy about it too, because the stuff that's coming up on the Indiegogos with like Punchline, Cyberfrog, you know, Jack Irons, Jawbreakers. What else? There's that new one from John Del Rose. What was it called?
Flying Sparks.
Flying Sparks. That one looks really interesting because, but also not only that, so many different ideas, so many different flavors, so many different tones. We've got the horror comedy, not comedy, the horror comic, Stardust, which looks really great. It's got that kind of scary stories to tell in the dark kind of vibe, where it's all black and white, kind of gritty looking. I backed that one too, and that looks great. We got really fun comedy coming out of Tim Lim with Trump Space Force, which I definitely backed because everything I've read from him so far has been an absolute joy to read. And from Creepy, Mark Pellegrini as well, exceptional writer. He's been doing fantastic stuff, and just knowing that he's on Red Rooster, like that was enough to sell me because I love what he's been doing with Tim Lim, you know, and they've all been really good to us, all of them, all of the people who have been in this space have been really good to the customers.
Yeah, they're very receptive.
That's what this industry really needs, you know. This industry is not going to get better with all of these comic book quote-unquote professionals blockbotting like probably more than half of their potential customer base. It's not going to get better with them saying that everybody who dislikes something is a straight white male alt-right neo-Nazi white supremacist, blah, 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 blah.
I think you missed a few.
Yeah, probably, but...
The name calling is ridiculous.
The name calling has to stop. Like, you are a working professional. These are your customers, right? You have to talk to them with respect. You want people to buy your product. And you don't get that by disrespecting people. You don't get that by calling everybody who criticizes your work alt-right neo-Nazis. It's insanity. And there's more than enough proof within the Comicsgate community, within the small-time indies, even within the big-name indies, that we're not just straight white males. We've got women. We've got, as they call them, POC. I hate that term. It's just so...
Why is there a term for any of that stuff? Can't we just be people?
Yes,
get along?
It's so dehumanizing.
Yeah.
So dumb. Like, we're all just people who want good comics. And it just... sorry, I'm ranting a little bit. Obviously, I've had my energy drink, so I've got energy.
Well, tonight is y'all's night, so if you want to rant away.
That's fine. And I don't know if anybody new coming in, maybe post the link to the Lion-O video so they can check it out if there's anybody new that's come in over the last little while.
I actually just linked or posted the link to your full channel in chat a few minutes ago. Excellent.
So everybody check that out. Leave us a comment. We love getting comments. I try to respond to every single one of them. Or Jeremy as well. He can respond too.
I can respond.
But check out our Twitter page at MANimations Inc. That's capital MAN, Imations, capital INC.
Yes. And let's see. I already answered that with the what's your channel? Let's see, yeah, here's one. How goes it, Nerd Force? Which I think everyone's doing fine.
Or doing exceptional.
Exactly.
Just had an early 4-day weekend with my girlfriend coming to visit, so that was very good. Much needed holiday. I've been really overworked, doubling my professional animation job with my startup MANimation. So busy boy, needed a holiday.
And he's not getting another one for the next 3 months.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
Phaser Face said we are Legion.
Phaser.
Hey, we love Phaser. Love Phaser.
But he said we are Legion. Honestly, we're just speaking up now, and it's true. We just reached that point where we were finally like, you know what? Done. We're done. We're not buying your drag anymore, because every time you like dangle a hint that things are going to get better and then pull it away right when we start buying comics again, and it's just we're not going to take the bait and switch anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I think it's very true what you say about us finally speaking up, because there's been this social fear of all the buzzwords that they've been using for so long, and they've used them so much that they've and without merit too. Like, there's no truth to what they say when they use these terms, like racist, sexist, alt-right, white supremacist, Nazi, blah blah blah. They don't mean anything anymore.
No, they don't.
When I see somebody being labeled that on Twitter nowadays, my first thought is they're probably none of those things. In fact, they're probably really great people. Mm-hmm. And 99.99% of the time, that has been exactly the case.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny you mention that, because I've been getting caught up on my news lately and watching a lot of Tim Pool's channels, because he's a good news guy, and he basically pointed out how pretty much someone that was one of them, like, dude used a pseudonym, or I think that's right, or whatever a fake name. I can't remember the word.
Pseudonym.
Yeah, okay, so I did say it right.
Yep.
All right. Sign that I haven't had enough coffee yet, and I'm almost out on this cup. Like, no! But anyway, he was talking about how the dude writing under the pseudonym was talking about how he was a part of the SJW mob until the mob came after him.
And they always do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
kind of weird.
Yeah.
You just turn on your own like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And why don't you think I keep stressing on the internet, like, we don't eat our own. We are not them. Yes, we will have our disagreements, but
we have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. But the next day, we're all back to being buddy-buddy again. It's like, it's like, take Brian, for instance, how he's like, I am not Comicsgate, I am Team Rags. And then the bit yesterday where what we were talking about earlier, that person, how she went and made the comment, or basically tweeted out, why aren't the CG guys supporting Brian? Why aren't they talking about him? La da 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 da. Because we respect his wishes to not be put in the same camp as the, Comicsgate guys.
Right.
We don't tag him in and we don't label, when we tweet out our different things, we don't, include him because he does not want to be included. That's how it's supposed to be. But these people are like, but they're a person of color. We got to use them as a token. It's like, he has specifically stated, don't do that.
Well,
Respect his wishes.
That was.
Well, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, that was Troy's problem too. With everything that both him and Brian felt they were being tokenized, and I completely see where they're coming from. So we respect their wishes.
Yeah, a lot of the times, like, I don't even know what half the people I talk to's ethnicities even are. Primarily because I don't care. I care about the merit. Are you making a good product? Are you writing a good story? Are you drawing excellent art? That's what I care about. Mm-hmm. Are you a cool person? Are you nice to talk to? Do we get along? Those are important things. The color of your skin is not. And the fact that the social justice types are always putting so much focus on the color of people's skin, like, how does anybody not realize that they're the true racists?
Well, and which is the whole reason why I brought up that whole comment from yesterday. It's like, if that person actually followed Brian, they would know right off the bat not to include his name in those, you know what I mean? Not to tag him in those tweets and things like that, because that's the whole reason why Brian's talking about after his initial run with Rags, he's done. And it's like, I even pointed out, comics will be worse off for it, because I agree. That Brian's a good writer and everything, and everyone likes his work. Everyone likes his artist's work. Why do you got to make this a Comicsgate issue when it can just be here's a good comic, everyone should check it out?
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what Comicsgate really should be doing. I mean, because it is such a loose group of people that are all individuals, we don't have leaders within Comicsgate. Like, I'm not even really, like, us at MANimations, we're not really part of Comicsgate either. Similarly to how Regs are. Like, we like a lot of the people within Comicsgate. We support what the impetus behind Comicsgate is. Like, we want professionalism, and we want good products, quality products. Stuff that doesn't have political agendas. Like, that's what we want to make as well. So our goals align, but it's always these bad actors that try to take something like the Comicsgate hashtag and just warp it to try and fit their own narrative. Mm-hmm. Which, if you do the most cursory research, you will realize very, very quickly that it's nothing but lies. They do nothing but lie.
Yeah. And, like, to hop to the comments real quick, let's see, they do. Thank you, Ninja. Yep, I'm already subscribed. These live streams are strong. Yes, they're standing up. Yes, we are standing up for ourselves. I'm so proud. Then Mecca, in response to tagging like Troy and Brian, we don't need to. We don't need to point out what someone's ethnicity is. We just want to point out that their work is good. Right.
One thing I really love about Rags too is that he shows, he doesn't tell, and it's a slow burn. That's a really nice thing that we really don't get very much in comics anymore.
Yeah, that's just good storytelling.
Yeah, a lot of the new mainstream comics that you see from like Marvel and DC, like, they just so much exposition, so much like
they browbeat you,
hefty word bubbles. Just like not showing. They're not showing. They're very much telling, and it's very heavy-handed, and it's just not fun to read. Like, I've picked up a couple of Marvel comics, and very few of them I found enjoyable.
Oh, I
and
know.
most of the ones that I initially found enjoyable, I started to enjoy a lot less the more I think about it. And if I reread it a second time, I start to hate it.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because Face to Face said it's so dumb that it even needs to be talked about. They just want to keep us in the victim age, which is very true.
Yep.
And then Ninja responded with, "Yes, I just want great comics."
Yeah. I mean, we're no victims, you know? None of us within the community are victims. We're just people. Everybody has different circumstances that they start off with. You know, some have an easier time than others, sure. But this whole narrative that because of the color of your skin you either have or do not have privilege is utter nonsense. And frankly, like, a lot of us are just sick of it. Like, I worked hard to get to where I am. You know? And I know that a great many of the people who like make these great products work very, very hard to get where they are. Ethan Van Sciver, he's got 20 plus years of experience in the comic book industry. His work, you know, his abilities show that. And the fact that somebody with that big of a pedigree could be just summarily kicked out. Same thing with Mitch Breitweiser, you know, and Elizabeth Breitweiser. And they're wonderful people. But just salt of the earth. Every interaction I've had with these people has been good.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And the whole thing that drives me nuts about that is it's like the bit I was telling y'all earlier about the fun I was having on Twitter. It's like all you idiots are doing is giving me a bigger platform. That's all you're doing. I'm not going to be mad about that. I'm not going to say no. Go ahead, retweet me. Try to make me look like an idiot. Anyone with half a brain's going to look at actually what I said and be like, he just trolled you, and you are retweeting it?
It's like what happened on Comedy Central on the Jim Jeffries show. They tried they tried to paint Zach in this negative light, and all it did was just give him, you know, more publicity. And
yeah, that's true. Yeah. And the funny thing about that too was there was Heather Antos was like raging on Twitter, and like before they went to Richard Meyer, they went to Heather Antos to get her side of the story, and she declined. Like and then she got mad that they went to Richard after she said no to. Like, how are you going to get your message out if you don't talk to people?
Yeah,
you know. Of course they're going. If it's, there's a story here within the diversity in comics thing, there is a story there, and Richard took advantage of it, you know, and it was hilarious. And if you guys have not seen Grand Comics roast of DNC, you got to watch that. That was hilarious. He bills it as the found footage, found unused footage of the Jim Jeffries show interview.
Wow. Give me a moment. I need to get more coffee. Spork, take the lead.
Oh, great way to throw me under. Well, one thing you said, Josh, about the Jeff Jeffries thing. Really, that was, in all honesty, that was a parody on both sides, if anything, because they made all the cosplayers look like crap too. On top,
that's true.
On top of Richard Meyer, because Comedy Central, for all intents and purposes, it's for normies.
Yeah,
it's not for geeks and stuff like that.
Well, it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be.
It's Comedy Central has definitely gotten very infested with the social politics, for sure, and very heavily leaning on one side.
Outside of South Park, does anybody even watch Comedy Central anymore?
No.
I only watch South Park. That's the only show I watch on Comedy Central.
It's amazing those guys still have a home there.
Well, I think it's because they take shots at both sides. Is probably why they still have a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. My very first solo animation that I did was me doing a parody of South Park. My whole goal was just to try and emulate the style as closely as possible, like the voices, the art, animation. I came pretty close. And yeah, eventually we plan on doing some stuff with that style on the MANimation's channel as well. Me being a Canadian, of course, we got to have a few flappy-headed individuals showing up on the channel.
So, question for you then: What
Yeah.
do you have an idea what program they use on South Park?
I think it's Maya.
Yeah, I do know. They use Maya. Yeah, yeah.
They do use Maya. Okay.
I think they use CorelDRAW to do the art, and then Maya to rig it and animate it.
Okay. I was wondering because because the thing is, I know a lot of their stuff is very basic, but still, they're able to write stuff so much quickly on the fly in a week worth, possibly in time. Well, go ahead.
Plus, now, sorry, I was just going to say to add to that. Plus, nowadays, they actually do incorporate quite a bit of 3D and pretty impressive, like high quality animation within that simple style that they started with.
Mm-hmm. You were speaking of, you're talking about John last night because I had him on. I actually had him on our channel on my channel last night. And,
John Delarose?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So because he's banned off of Twitter for a week.
Really? Why is he banned?
Basically, him and Tor Books got into this huge battle, and they basically gaslight him, and they were calling him racist names, but got him banned. That's
ridiculous, and in the middle of his crowdfunding campaign too, of course.
Well, but the nice thing is, last night he actually popped 7,200, so he's fully funded already in 3 days.
Excellent, congratulations, John. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'll be backing that for sure as soon as I figure out how how to get myself that physical copy. And he has been very good with talking to people about making sure to accommodate those that do want to get it internationally. Mm-hmm. I think he just wanted to keep things as simple as possible on the Indiegogo.
Oh yeah, and just to let y'all know, he's actually at 8107 right now.
Excellent.
Dang.
It's amazing, right?
So, yeah, it really is. Oh my god, I can't even tell you guys how much money I've freaking spent on all these Indiegogos in the last month.
I'm right there with you.
Dude, tell me about it, man. I was throwing more money.
But
yeah. I would be walking to work and just like backing stuff on my phone while I'm walking.
Real quick from the chat.
Yes, please.
Mecha Studio, I discovered a superhero comics publisher called Heroic Publishing. Tons of superhero titles. They look sexy, fun, and epic. Check them out. Phaser.
What are they called again? Sorry?
Heroic Publishing. They have one of their main characters is called Flare.
Okay.
I could probably pull some stuff up and show you guys. Oh, give me a moment.
Oh, not a problem. Also, Phaser Face, in response to the whole some of what was going on earlier. I worked 21 years to hit a comfort zone financially. Fucking worked. All these people haven't even tried. 23-year-old blue-haired mold telling me that I'm privileged. Fucking hell.
No, I hear you.
And then, of course, Matt was like, "Mold, you're being too mean to molds." And well, it's a spore and spreads by throwing its shit in the air.
Also, I just wanted to say, give a little shout out to Phaserface. Phaserface is a really talented voice actor. I don't know if he has like a puppet channel or anything, but if you guys can find him on Twitter. He does some really good stuff. He has some exceptional impressions.
Phaserface is amazing.
Yeah, it's great. We're hoping we can work with him in the future, sometime soon.
We're not hoping. We're planning.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Hey, guys, give me a second. I'm going to be right back. I need to go grab an adult beverage.
How dare you?
So, you're talking about Heroic Publishing. One of the interesting things about that company, they actually have a transgendered superhero well before mostly anybody else had one.
And it probably isn't all up in your face at the fact that it's a transgendered superhero.
Well, they actually struggle with the fact of he's actually a guy inside of a woman's body, and he talks about like how he's dealing with becoming a woman, and he has to deal with all these issues and stuff like that. Yeah, they do it really well. Here, I'll give you the link here so you guys can check it
So
out.
much like Wanpool and the version of Zira that we've come up with in the community, we do it better than they do.
Oh, what happened? All right.
No.
For a second there, I thought Spork was about to say something, then got quiet.
Yeah, my mic, my USB sometimes like if it gets too loose, like it will actually cut out.
Gotcha.
Twitchy.
Yeah, a little twitchy.
These are actually all looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, their women are dude. Their women are unbelievable. So yeah, what they did was these comics have actually been out for probably since the 80s. And
Really?
they're kind of rebranding them and stuff like that. Like Flair's the main character. She was originally designed. She was actually like like Hitler created her originally as a villain, but she broke free of her like her like thing, like her bond like programming basically, and she becomes a superhero.
Nice.
Yeah, so I actually have Heroic Publishing. Like I actually am a member. Like I've actually gotten the because I've actually bought a lot of their comics. I actually got like I get free issues every once in a while. So like I actually have the whole entire Flare run. And then like I've been getting a couple of the other stuff like G Girl and stuff like that. But yeah, they're really good. I highly recommend them to get you guys interested in some good stuff. And they have web comics, so they're all down. Like you can actually download them and stuff like that. Now you can't get them in stores. They're actually more based in digital. Yeah,
I like that they're not afraid to let their women look like actual women.
Yep. Even the transgender. Even the transgendered girl. Look at G Girl. That's their transgender girl, and she actually looks like she looks like a woman.
Oh, wow. Nice. I feel like I've heard of G Girl. Has that been around for a while?
Yeah, she's been around for a while.
I feel like I might have heard of that somewhere else. Like how long have these guys been established? Was that
since the 80s?
Yeah, I must have seen it in like an old Wizard magazine or something.
Good possibility.
It sounds very familiar.
And the funny thing is, you mentioned Wizard magazine, and it's like,
I miss Wizard magazine.
Oh, me too. That was great.
Yep.
I used to love the their dream casting for movies based on stuff. Every time X-Men came up, it was always Patrick Stewart for Professor X.
Yeah,
Nobody
Danny
would ever
DeVito's
vote for
Wolverine.
anybody else.
And
Danny DeVito was Puck. Alpha Flight. That's what I'm
You're the same guy.
like,
No, if I was gonna do Puck, if I was gonna do Alpha Flight, I would have wanted what's his name? He played Bolivar Trask. Why can't I think of his name?
Tyrion Lannister.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
Yep.
I think Peter Dinklage would be an amazing Puck.
Yeah, he would actually.
Give him some scruff, a Canadian accent. He could probably pull it off. He's a terrific actor.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep.
I always liked Puck. I only ever saw him a few times growing up, but every time he showed up in the comics, I was just like, I like this guy. I want to see more of Puck. Like, why is there no Puck comic?
That's your Canadian privilege talking.
That's
Canadian privilege, yeah. The privilege to not have free speech.
But yeah, like just to let y'all know, 20-minute warning.
Okay. One of the projects that I'm really excited about doing with MANimations after we're finished our big project is we want to do a spoof of She-Ra. New one. I got a really good idea. I think people are gonna like.
Do it.
Spoiler alert: she's gonna have an Adam's apple.
Spoiler alert! She kind of talks like this.
You know, when that comes out, we should just do an abridged version and make her a straight up man. Like, wait, this has been out. This has been out for like.
Spoiler alert!
Right? But the people, the people who are working on that will be like, this has been out for 2 weeks, and there's already a re-edited, abridged version out. Yes,
The
there
internet
is.
works fast.
Mm-hmm. Especially
Yes, it does. Well, that's the one disadvantage that we have with doing animations is that it's a very time-consuming industry, you know. And because we really want to bring high-quality stuff to the table, even for our web presence, it kind of leaves us at a disadvantage. So one of the things we're going to be trying to do is supplement material with live streams and smaller reviews with my South Parkified Canadian alter ego, who is lovingly called the Great White Review Night.
Phaser, yes, we do need a Skeletor.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Eventually.
I'm pretty sure Phaser's going to be doing every single voice that we have a character for.
And
one of the things we're going to be doing, and hopefully we can do this soon on our live stream, is we are going to be doing a sort of roundtable broken telephone game for trailers. I know we've talked about this on the stream before, but since this is the MANimation stream on Meeting of the Minds, I wanted to just touch on it again, where we're going to have 3 or 4, maybe 5 people plus the chat. And we're going to go around the table, starting with "In a World," and then each person adds a line.
Run by kittens.
Yeah, exactly. Each person adds the next line. No. That's going to be on our stream when we do that.
But it was still something fun to do.
Damn.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was excited.
But when we get to that point, we're going to do the round table, essentially a broken telephone movie trailer. And then we're going to animate it after that.
On the fly.
Not on the fly. No.
Josh,
we're going
busy for those streams. No, Josh, you're doing it.
I'm the Flash of animation.
We're gonna make this.
No, we'll animate it after the fact, and then once we post it, then we'll do the next stream for that game. And we want to get Phaser Face to do the trailer voice because he does a very good one.
Nice.
So yeah, hopefully that'll be something that could kind of go far. It'll be a lot of work, but it'll be a lot of fun too.
Be a lot of community interaction. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. What we're thinking we'll start with one person in the stream, go through all the people in the stream in order, and then we'll take a comment from the chat. You know, hopefully. When we get to the point where we have, and we don't know who's going to be picked or how we're going to decide which chat option gets picked, but we'll figure that out when we get there.
And real quick, Jack Irons is all like, "Isn't Flash animation the Flash of animation?"
Yeah.
I knew somebody was going to go there.
But they changed the name. It's not Flash anymore. So
Enemy.
Yeah, it's trash.
And just so y'all know, Phaserface said, "I'm here for all things."
Absolutely. No,
Be careful
we're
what
happy
you
to
wish
have
for,
Phaser. Yes, do it.
You say that about anime being trash. Actually, out of all the Adobe products, that's one I will not use.
Yeah,
Flash.
I started learning.
Yeah, that and anime.
Flash.
Yeah,
I started learning on Flash back in 2000, and it was good for the time and the learning process. But with the advances in technology over the last 20 years, there's so many better things out there right now. Josh is using Toon Boom. I'm using Moho and Character Animator, and there's just so many better ways of doing it.
Yeah, we're hoping that we can figure some stuff out, combining OBS and Character Animator, so we can do live streams with actual animated avatars. That would be really nice.
Nice.
There's a lot of guys out there doing it already, and the results are phenomenal.
Yeah, so we really want to figure that out. It's a little tough. There's not a lot of resources out there for learning it. As far as
there's no Mac support, and I have a problem with that. WTF?
Yeah.
Is it because it's more?
I
was gonna say, is it more because it's more closed sourced, or are they just very restrictive on trade secrets, basically.
It's just very fragmented. There's no one solution. You have to get a bunch of different things together to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's very convoluted, very confusing. Now, some guys do it, so it's possible, but I haven't found the solution yet.
Yeah, the same can be said for a lot of the programs that we use. A lot of the times, even with Toon Boom, we have to find various workarounds. But if you've got the their gold support or whatever, you can get a lot of solutions directly from them. They've got really good support staff at Toon Boom.
Definitely.
Could I get a link so I can view the chat? I just can't really find the link quickly. Just post it in our chat so I can.
I got it.
See it.
The sport literally beat me to it.
That's because I used the pop-out chat now.
So do I.
Yeah, so that way it'll have.
Oh, I didn't know there was a chat-only option. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yes,
Avid.
how do you internet?
Avid is the one who pointed us to that.
Yeah, I really like interacting with the chat when we do this, and since this is all about MANimations, I want to answer questions and interact with people. That's our thing. We want to have good interactions. So your friendly neighborhood ninja, he says, "Oh man, LOL, I love you guys' humor. I've had so much fun. I hope to work with you guys one day on my community comic. Anything's possible nowadays. You're all fantastic. Thanks."
No,
Thank you,
Ninja,
friendly
you're
neighborhood
fantastic.
Ninja. Yeah. No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
Oh,
No, you.
Mom, he's saying I'm fantastic.
Can I go in the corner and cry now?
Hi, Sketch Therapy. Did you just get here, Sketch?
Possibly. Oh.
I like Sketch. He's been good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Phaser Face, you are our man.
Yes.
So,
In the worst
Josh,
way.
I do have a question. Either you or Jeremy can answer. Who did your Lino voice?
Oh, that was me.
That's all Josh.
Oh, that's all
Yeah,
you.
Josh was working on
you
that
can't tell
before
from
we
my
hooked
voice.
up, so-
Yeah. I instantly knew it was Josh. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And
Lionel and I have a pretty similar voice. Thank you for watching. Lionel endorses Geeks and Gamers.
Lionel was a little bit more Canadian in that video.
but and
I wonder what Jeremy thinks of me and my new show, Thundercats Roar.
and,
Really good, dude. Really good.
and you know who else loves you guys?
Yes! Yeah, eventually I really want to do a animation with Jack Irons because Nashitobi did this fantastic design, and he said I could use it, so I'm going to.
Nice.
Yeah, and one of these days I want to get some of the major players rigged so I can animate some stuff for all the major indie comic characters. We want to get we got a really great skit that we have planned for Cyberfrog, and yeah, eventually I'd like to have some maybe some crossover animations, Jack Irons versus Juan Poole, some fun crazy stuff with all the characters that we've come to love in this community.
I got so many drawings to do, my hand's going to fall off.
Eventually we'll get there. I'm
good
telling you
problem,
guys,
though, right?
I'm telling you guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel for MANimations. We're going to have a Patreon relatively soon set up. We just got to figure out the tiers and how we can distribute this stuff to the patrons. And keep an eye out on our Twitter pages. At MANimations Inc. on Twitter is our official page. You can also follow me at Morden Knight. That's MORDENNIGHT. If you forget it, just use the Mickey Mouse song. That'll help. Trust me. and follow Jeremy Fine as well at
Jeremy Fine 427.
All right.
And that is kind of good that y'all are doing it now because I was about to be like 10-minute warning.
I could feel it.
You can't put a cap on fun.
I know when we're not wanted.
No. We've been working on trying to get the streams time down to a decent amount, and I think about an hour and a half is good.
Hey, the other guys are going for like 5 hours. Come on. We can surely do better than them.
It's Saturday night. I can understand during the week, but Saturday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday nights, you got to let the stream run a little bit longer.
Yeah, you got
to do. Give everybody else more time than us.
I dare you to stretch this to 3 hours.
Oh God! don't even make that challenge, because
triple dog dare you.
Like we've gone for we've had nights where we've literally gone for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta do one more shield for my boy. Go buy the Team One Pool T-shirts. Established 2018.
Go get triggered, bruh.
Yeah, get triggered, bro.
He was totally impressing you, bro.
Wear your ovaries on the outside.
Oh.
Stop oppressing this poor minority. That's kind of the voice I hear when I read Badger Bitch.
Like,
oh, I'm triggered, bro.
And it's just, I was definitely pleased with that comic. Like I said, I thought it was very well written, very well drawn. Troy did a fantastic job, and the fact that he did it all himself makes it even more impressive.
Oh yeah, and he did it relatively quick too. He's a real whiz. Like, he is fast, very fast, which I really respect because I am slow. I'm fast with animating once I get my rigs and all that figured out, and I can pull together rough animations by hand as well relatively quick. But when it comes to cleaning stuff up, when it comes to doing like fully rendered artwork, I'm a bit slow. The Jawbreakers fan art that I did, that took me like damn near a month to finish.
Oh, I understand. Like,
I mean, not full time, obviously, but like,
oh yeah. But
on and off.
One of the other things that I've been enjoying with everything going on is the fact that it just goes to show SJW's like, all right, best way I heard it put was the Caitlyn Jenner episode of South Park that came out like 2016, I think.
Classic.
Where you got the farmers on the fence and they're like, oh, looks like everyone's being PC again. How long did it last time? About 6.5 years. And why did it only last that long? Because eventually everyone got sick of it and pretty much told the PC police to shut the fuck up. We've reached that point again. And they think they're louder than us. And it's like, no. We have not.
Money.
They're just
money
obnoxious.
talks.
Yes.
Money talks. And money talks. And you're seeing that now with Disney and the James Gunn situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing that now with well, I don't know if anything's going to happen with the Dan Harmon thing because Rick and Morty is very bankable. Mm-hmm. But there's their own tactics are starting to be used against them, and we've been warning them against that for years.
They told us, you don't like it, don't buy it. So all that $8 million that Solo lost, it's all going to Comicsgate.
Yeah,
yeah. But also we've been telling them all this time, like, all this identity politics stuff, all this outrage culture that you are building, eventually this will turn on you.
Yep.
Eventually, the people on the right are going to stop being the bigger man. They're going to stop taking the high road, and they're going to use your own tactics against you.
Donald Trump.
That's what we're seeing. Yeah.
Donald Trump.
That's what we're seeing right now.
Uh-huh. And it's funny because it's like Tim also pointed out, someone else pointed out in one of my streams, like this past week, how Sal Alinsky's rules for radicals, I think I said that last name right.
Yep.
And rule number 4, use your enemy's tactics against them. Well, we weren't trying to act like y'all.
We're stooping to their level. Is that what's
No,
happening?
I don't think we're.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think we're stooping to their level. It's kind of like when the Democrats back in 2008 initiated the nuclear option against the Republicans. Well, guess what? We kind of returned that favor back into them. You know what I mean? When we've done stuff for the Republican side. So it's kind of like they dug their own hole. Now they got to lie in it.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's just, and take it as a centrist. I've been watching this, and prior to 2008, I always said, you know, the left has areas where they're right, the right has areas where they're right. Most of my friends were liberals, you know, and now I'm seeing it as almost no one right of far left thinks the left is right anymore. They've lost so many of their own supporters to how they act. And it's really just sad. We are seeing who the true deplorables are.
It's
Well,
definitely a
yeah,
sad
and that's
state
the
of
thing.
affairs. These are true first world problems.
Yeah.
I've said this time and time again. And as an American, our country hates swinging one way too far.
Yep.
And if it swings one way too far, the next generation basically is an answer. So, you know, you had the people in the 1930s. The answer for that was the 1940s. Then you had the 50s was an answer to the 1940s. So every 10 to 15 years, normally it swings. Now this, and unfortunately though, it's been 30 years on this swing, because this has been ongoing for quite a while, even before the 2000s started. But it's because the PC culture has been going on for quite some time. It's now just finally now because people are waking up, and it's just not Republicans. It's mainstream Democrats are waking up, and they're waking up to the stupidity of identity politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
if y'all, real quick, if y'all want to go, like, I'm trying not to overlap with Tug because, you know, I kind of want to catch that stream. So if y'all want, we can go for about another 30 minutes.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, if y'all are going to do that, I'm grabbing some.
I'll see your 30 minutes. I'll raise you another 30 minutes.
Well, we do have an hour before that stream starts, so.
Oh.
I'll see your 30 minutes and your 30 minutes, and I'll raise you a topless stream.
Stakes just got raised.
Oh, shit. No, I'm just kidding. He did it.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
Put it back on, man. It was a joke.
My eyes are burnt.
And that's when the live stream crashes.
That's when it crashes.
Everybody leaves.
Oh, good. It's back on.
You're going to be in YouTube jail for that.
Yes, with my pale body.
We're blind.
Nudity. Nudity.
Oh, we just lost everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. My fault, guys. Anyway.
We just took a turn.
Yes, we did. I think we're all going to need counseling.
Yeah. Oh, Phaser was just saying earlier, he was saying that he would love to improv off of us guys. And, we would love that too. I actually used to be on an improv team back in high school, and I actually took a class on improv as well. And our improv team was pretty good because we went more for like a whose line is it anyway kind of thing. And we even went to a an improv competition where they were like more serious about things. Mm. And we actually just went as audience members and just trolled them. That was good. That was good. So is there any questions in chat? How many people do we got in chat? I want
My
questions.
drink is almost empty.
Ask me things. Ask me anything.
Okay, Josh, I'll ask you a question. I'm just kidding. I don't have a question to ask.
Hey, it's Dick McJackass. Love that guy. He's great. Oh, Face to Face did dinner theaters for a while, unscripted. Oh, wow. Nice. Having to compete with food. That's tough. That's tough.
I'll listen to Phaser Face talk while I eat dinner.
That's not a bad idea.
I jumped on his. I saw on Twitter he was doing a Twitch stream, and I had to jump in. Dude, he's got a silky smooth voice.
Where do babies come from? From Dick McJackass?
From Phaser Face.
Wants to know where babies come from. Babies come from MANimations.
You inject the man in the animations, and out comes a baby.
That's right. That's how it works. Straight up. Silky smooth.
Silky.
Ooh, my.
Oh, my. I could just hear George Takei saying that. Phaser, can you do a George Takei?
I can do a George Takei.
Oh, my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Captain, that is quite the interesting observation that you've made.
How about we go back to my room and we talk about it?
I will whip out my rapier.
What is happening? This is great.
We're just having fun with voices right now.
What
What the
are
fuck
you?
is avid comic readers? What are you
Phaser
writing,
sent
Avid?
me. Phaser sent me a link the other day.
Oh yeah.
He was doing General Veers.
Who's General Veers?
General Veers
Star
from
Wars?
Empire Strikes Back. He's like commanding one of the AT-ATs. It is AT-AT, not AT-AT. I'm with
Fuck
Ethan
you.
Van Sciver on that. It's AT-AT.
It is at
It's
it.
AT-AT.
No, it's at it.
I grew up in the 80s. We all said AT-AT. It's AT-AT.
It's
Enough
at
said.
it.
So anyway, he's poetry of General Veers, but he's reading the lyrics to Rebel Yell by Billy Idol. It's phenomenal. Phaser,
Oh, yeah?
if you can, post that link. That shit was so funny.
You can't
He
post
have
links
to be
in
made
the,
mod.
thing.
Oh,
I think Avid fell asleep on his keyboard. Two Joe says, "Wow, wow." For some reason, I started thinking of like those crazy Avid messages in chat as like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, two says, "Wow, wow."
I love Arnold.
That's good times.
Bullshit.
Do it now. Kill me, I'm here.
Mister says freeze.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
We're gonna have no shortage of Arnold cartoons, I can tell.
Oh yeah, I love doing the Arnold voice. It's too much fun.
Yeah.
I love doing impressions as well. I've always been.
My
a fan.
captain, was that a phone in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me?
Why, Captain, is that a phone in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh my!
I'm sensing that George and the Takai and Arnold for the rest of the night, huh?
George Takei and Arnold having a debate.
Absolutely. This is what it's probably going to be like on the MANimation stream when we get Phaserface on there. It's just going to be an imitation off.
Yeah.
Dick McJackass says,
"Ooh, Phaser, do this. Ooh, Phaser, do this." That's what it's going to be.
Dick McJackass says, "Put the cookie down."
No.
Put cookie down, yes.
Never Win Tonight says, "Arnold in JoJo, please." Do you mean Arnold as JoJo? As in
What is JoJo?
JoJo Bizarre Adventure, I think he's talking about. The anime.
Okay, I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I'm sorry I don't have a frame of reference for that. Wah wah.
Yeah, I don't watch it either. I just know of it, though.
Oh, did I just accidentally quote the 2016 Ghostbusters? Shame. Shame.
Okay, everybody do a YouTube search for General Veers reads poetry. Do it now. You will not be disappointed.
Or you could do a general YouTube search for MANimation Inc. and watch our Lion-O video again. There's Jack Irons.
Watch
Could
Lion-O.
you post that for us? Just post it again. Let people know that we've got content that we can share now. We are live.
I don't know what the hell you just did, but I'm glad you fixed it.
Yes. I'm glad to see you're awake again.
You're on the right path.
Yeah, but definitely check out Phaserface. He's got some cool stuff. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely. Maybe we should focus on finishing the Patreon tonight, eh, Jeremy?
Yeah, let's make money.
Yeah. Well,
I like money.
so check. So by tomorrow, we'll hopefully have a Patreon up so you can support MANimations. The more money we get, the faster we release content. That is a fact.
Yeah.
And also,
And we
the better our
want to
content
make
will be.
this content. We want to make it.
Not just us. You want us to make this
You
content.
want us to make it. We want to make it. You have
Everybody wants it.
Yeah, if you liked the Lion-O thing, you're going to love what we got planned for She-Ra, for the Jawbreakers folks, for some of the Comicsgate stuff, for Tim Doyle. We're gonna have it all.
Yeah, just stand by. Tim Doyle's coming.
Oh yeah. Oh, he is. And don't forget, we're also going to have the Great White Review Night on the MANimations channel. That's going to be my super Canadian alter ego guy. And he's...
I can't wait to see that cartoon.
he's the Great White Review Night's going to be reviewing anything and everything that he can think of reviewing. We're going to be doing a Comicsgate special to start when we get Review Night ready to go. Which should be relatively soon. We're going to want to start pumping those out even while we're working on the big stuff, so we have regular content coming into the channel. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you can choose what we review on Great White Review Night.
Yes.
Nice. I have stuff in my fat face, so.
Now is this going to be like a we're only going to be watching crappy movies, or is it just going to be open to anything?
I think we should open up to anything. Honestly, why not? You know, we could review products if if people want us to review a product.
Well, what kind of products, Josh? I don't want to be reviewing feminine hygiene products.
Hey, if the Patreon supporters say they want feminine hygiene products,
I guess we got to give the
do.
audience what they want.
I would start wondering what your audience wants.
Yeah.
Hey, man, don't put ideas in their head. You know what happens on the internet when you say we don't want to do something? They're going to make sure you do that thing.
Uh-huh.
Kind of open that door there.
A Pandora's box. But yeah, no, we'll have you know, I guess we could do segments. Like we can have something that we want to review. You know, something that the fans want us to review. If it's like a product or something, like they'll have to, you know, make sure we're funded enough to be able to buy that. So,
right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be at our discretion what we review on work.
Oh,
I'll review alcoholic beverages.
but you have fun with that. You have fun with that.
We also have plans to do like a sort of news social commentary thing with our news reporter. What was his name again?
Well, I posted a screenshot of the rig I was working on. His name is Phil Commode, and he reports for Number 2 News.
Okay. All right.
Kind of doing like
Why number 2? Why number 2?
Because he reports right from the men's stall.
Nice.
Yeah. He does have to report on all kinds of bullshit too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All
who
the
does
news
number
that's fit to
2
shit.
walk for?
And real quick, guys.
Show that turd who's boss.
Real quick, guys. This is 42 minutes old, mind you. But
42 minutes young.
Yes, but Peter Samedi. So this week has been interesting. Dollar General wants to carry Alterna comic titles.
What?
What?
Yes.
Really?
Holy.
Well, they're at the right price.
Yep. Well,
What
they're
is an
$1,
Alterna
$1.50.
comic?
Well, they're the cheaper comics being produced by Peter Samedi's fine self. You know, he's using newsprint again, so he's got, you know, cheaper cost to produce the comics, but he's still able to get like very high quality printing on that newsprint.
Yep.
So, you know, cheaper comics just means more people are going to be able to afford to take a chance on things. And I'll definitely be checking out some of the Alterna comics when I get a chance next time I'm in the my local LCS. So
There's a lot to be said about newsprint. I was going through my numerous short boxes the other day, and I pulled out the Nam. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It came out about '86 from Marvel Comics. It's about fictionalization of the Vietnam War. And I started reading that. I never read it, but I've got like the first 11, 12 issues or so. And dude, I just like reading those. It has an aged smell. It's like a cheese or a wine, you know. Newsprint ages in a specific way, but Just the
It
texture
does
of the
have a good
page,
smell to it.
the colors, how it's printed. Although I think my age is starting to show because I'm having a hard time reading these comics now. It's a little blurry.
Speaking of smell, isn't the Red Rooster going to have like a sort of like they're putting a smell into the comics?
Is it going to smell like bacon and eggs?
I think it's going to smell like fried chicken.
Hey, Jeremy,
that's why they're
fried.
If I may ask, are you you probably are close to my age then? If you grew up in the 80s, I'm 42.
I'm 43.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we're right there.
Yep. I was actually, speaking of, you're going through your old comics of Nam. I was just going through pulling my Neymar comics from the 60s that I collected and going through getting the list of what I need to still collect. So
I don't have anything that old. All my comics collecting started about 85. I think is when I started getting comics. So
I guess I'm the whippersnapper here at 33.
Yeah, you're just full of piss and vinegar. You don't know what you're talking about. You and your ATs.
Me and my professional animation career. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Whoa, low blow, dude. That stings just a little.
Hey. If it wasn't for low blows, SJWs would have no blows at all.
Whoa, that's poignant. That's deep.
They're certainly not getting their privileges. And we all know that male feminist is just a pseudonym for just another way of saying future sex criminal.
Yep.
Or current sex criminal. Just a sex criminal in general.
Like the guy at CBS who set up the whole Me Too thing, and then lo and behold, he's one of the guys doing it. Let me give me a second. I'll pop the article back up.
Restart the clock.
Yep.
What has it been? Half a day? A day at most? Every day there's a new story about some male feminist raping or molesting or harassing women. Never ends.
Leslie Moonves, I guess, or Moons. I don't know.
Moonves. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay. The name sounds familiar.
As the chairman and CEO of CBS Corporation, he oversees shows ranging from 60 Minutes to The Big Bang Theory. His portfolio includes the premium channel Showtime and the publishing house Simon & Schuster and streaming service CBS All Access. Moonves, who is 68, has a reputation for canny hiring and project selection. Wall Street Journal recently called him a TV programming wizard. The Hollywood Reporter...
he's a wizard, all right.
Oh, yeah. The Hollywood Reporter dubbed him a Wall Street hero. In the tumultuous field of network television, he has enjoyed rare longevity as a leader. Last year, according to filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, he earned nearly $70 million, making him one of the highest paid corporate executives in the world, whatever. In recent months, Moonves has become a prominent voice of Hollywood's #MeToo movement. In December, he helped found the Commission on Eliminating Sexual Harassment and Advancing Equality in the Workplace, which is chaired by Anita Hill. It's a watershed movement, Moonves said at a conference in November. I think it's important that a company's culture will not follow this, and will not allow for this, and that's the thing that's far-reaching. There's a lot we are learning, where there's a lot we didn't know. But Moonves' private actions belie his public statements. 6 women who had professional dealings with him told me that between the 1980s and the late aughts, Moonves sexually harassed them. And I'm just going to stop there because I don't feel like trying to read the whole thing. But yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, Hollywood has been just nothing but revelations of double standards and harassment and all kinds of nonsense. This is why we need things like MANimations. We need higher standards, not just within the public appearance, but within the behind the scenes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we really want to do. We don't want any more of this. I'm tired of it all.
Well, my whole thought is every time like take Harvey Weinstein, he was like this big time male feminist. Meryl Streep referred to him as God of the industry and this, that, and the other. What happens? He ends up being like, "Hey, you want this part in this movie? You gotta let me diddle you in my office." You know what I mean? and
Yep.
like so many others, I'm not gonna go too much into it.
But we're the ones who are the men in the basement.
Yeah, where
They're just projecting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's nothing but projecting on that side of the aisle. They're always saying like, "Oh, all you people have to check your privilege." Meanwhile, these people are like usually upper middle class or rich families and stuff like that. Just monumental hypocrites.
But it's one of those, like I like to point out. I'm going to turn on the camera real quick. It's still kind of eating.
Please have a shirt on.
No, I'm totally naked. I
Cover
stripped
those nips.
I stripped for all of you. But no, everyone needs to read this because this is literally their
That's what's
playbook.
happening. Yeah.
That's their playbook. And, there's something else that you can definitely need to read.
You can trust the communists to be communist. Looks like Ethan Van Sciver has just started up a live stream. So rest in peace, Meeting of the Minds for the night. I think is probably safe to say. Coming from Dick McJackass, got to give you props.
Yeah.
Who's he got on tonight?
Well, apparently it's the last day of the Cyberfrog. Indiegogo. I just looked at the title of his live stream, so looks like that's the case. I don't mind passing it over to him. I'm happy to let Cyberfrog have his day, and hell, I'll even help shill for it. Guys, go check out Cyberfrog on Indiegogo. Ethan Van Sciver, he's been a terrific part of the community. So yeah,
he likes my drawing, so I got to go with him on that.
Yes. He has endorsed the MANimations brand, not directly, but through Jeremy and his work.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Well, we still.
Yeah, we can set up a chat with Face to Face. I don't mind. I'm happy to keep talking. I love Face to Face. I want to hear more from him.
Definitely.
What do you think, Jeremy? You want to do just like the three of us and just talk about the future of MANimations?
I'd be down with that.
All right. Yeah, we'll set it up afterwards, Face to Face.
Word. Yeah, no, we still got 12 minutes, so...
Hey, there is no retracting. There is no retracting on the Jack Plow. We can plug both Ethan Van Sciver, MANimations, and Jack all at the same time. We have love for all.
Exactly. It's one of those, that's the whole thing that, like, their side doesn't understand. It's not...
We're not conditional.
Yeah.
That's right. Your friendly neighborhood ninja said it best. I won't leave you, and you know who else won't leave you? Jack Irons.
Sorry, Jeremy. That's kind of a thing on this channel.
I'm a big supporter of Jack Irons. Proud supporter of Jack Irons.
I'm pretty sure I threw money at Jack Irons. That's the cowboy one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Jack Irons is Steel Cowboy. When he revealed the stretch goals for the the pinups, I was super excited for that. I wanted more Jack Irons pinups, and I wanted my boy Troy to do it. So I dropped an extra $200 on top of the 50 that I initially put on for Jack Irons, just so I could be the one to say like who is going to be that pinup. I said because he had I think it was the $100 backings for Jack Irons were. You get to name your price. And I named my price. My price was I get to say who the pinup artist is. And I wanted Troy. I wanted Mr. Marvel himself.
It's not you? You're not the pinup?
I could have. I probably could have made myself a pinup, but I got work to do on MANimations. I can't make that promise. Maybe on a future.
No, I'm
Jack
saying
Irons.
You can't pose for the pinup. It's not going to be a picture of you.
Yeah, I'll be rocking that Jack Irons cosplay.
No, he'll do the Jack Nylons cosplay.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it in print in the comic book. in the 3 copies of Jack Irons that I got coming my way.
Nice.
Wow.
Hey, Josh wanted to make sure it succeeded, so he made sure it succeeded.
Oh, I did. You know, I put my money where my mouth is. When I say
Josh
something's
is the
good,
man.
I'm going to put the backing. I'm going to put the backing into it.
Oh.
And there's been so many good projects to back. Sometimes it's hard to not back things, you know? When you see something, you're just like, that sounds really fucking awesome. Yes, I got to back that. Stardust, yeah. Cyberfrog, yeah. Jawbreakers, yeah. Jack Irons, yeah. Ferryman, yeah. Juan Pool, yeah.
Oh,
All of them.
Definitely Juan Pool.
Oh, can't forget Trump Space Force. That's a great
Yes.
one. I can't wait. I love Tim Lim's art. I love Pella Creepy's writing. And they got a bunch of other people working on that too. They got Chuck Dixon, Dick's Out for Dixon. Who else did they have working on that?
Brett R. Smith.
Dave
is working on
Dorman's doing the cover.
Dave Dorman, cool.
Dave Dorman's
very
a boss.
awesome. He's doing the back cover. So they've got the front
Oh.
cover, and then they've got Dorman doing the back cover. That was
Oh,
one of
okay.
the stretch goals.
Yep.
So-
and like I said, Brett R. Smith doing the colors.
Yep.
Brett
Never
Smith
go
is a
wrong with
boss.
Brett R. Smith colors.
Which, speaking of, if, all my viewers, if you haven't subscribed to Brett R. Smith's channel, you should run over there and check it out because he's got some good videos.
Yeah, he does. He's doing some great stuff. I believe it's called. What was it called again?
Full spectrum culture.
Yes,
That was it. Full spectrum culture. Really
I
great
didn't-
stuff.
I knew it was something.
Yeah, he's got a way with words, and I really like his branding with Full Spectrum Culture because he's talking about culture behind all the comics and stuff, and he's a colorist, so really clever guy. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
We did miss you, Phaserface. How dare you leave us? I'm
He
feeling
warned
like
us. He warned us.
I'm feeling like the kids on Jurassic Park. He left us. He left us.
I get a little anxiety when Phaser leaves the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just not a MANimation's chat without our boy Phaserface. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
He's in the fold now. You can't leave us ever again.
Oh yeah. He's part of the MANimation's family.
If you leave, we'll kill you.
Yes, he
because
did mean- Oh,
he knows
I
too
would
much.
I would love to do a drunk stream sometime. We should do a drinking stream.
Why not now? I'm sure Phaser and I are already halfway there.
Maybe I don't know about now. I'm not even close. I don't have
Josh,
much.
I'm going to pull your card right now. You ain't got the balls.
Oh, the leader, the CEO and creative director of MANimations doesn't have the balls to do a drunk stream.
Your
You don't know what you're talking about,
subordinates-
son.
Your subordinates are throwing down the gauntlet.
Don't fall for it, Josh. It's a tarp. It's totally.
I got a bottle of tequila in the pantry. I'll drop it on you.
Literally, he will show up at your house, stand above your head, and drop it on you.
By the way, you do mix another great drinking partner.
Jack Irons.
Friendly Neighborhood Ninja says Jack Off, Steel Porn Star. Now that's a good parody title.
Right.
Maybe that's what we'll do when we make that Jack Irons
Is
animation.
that going to be the MANimation short?
Well, maybe Jack Off, Steel Porn Star.
That's hilarious.
We do like our. I mean, obviously, it's going to be internet friendly version, but yeah, we can do something.
Yeah,
along
maybe
those
we'll
lines.
have that tier for the exclusive club. We'll have
Patreon
the black card
exclusive.
club. Yeah.
You know, where you can.
We'll have uncensored videos on Patreon because you got to be 18 plus or something to be able to use Patreon, right? Is that
This
true?
better not be porn.
No, they have different levels. You could do. I do believe you can be under 18, but it automatically gets labeled as
Mature content.
young kids.
Right. So yeah, so that if you have anything that's mature, then yeah, they won't be able to access it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I want to make sure, like, we want to keep our spicy content separate from our family-friendly content. When we start having, we don't want to have too much overlap there. We want it to be accessible, but we want it to be accessible to the right people.
Exactly. And on top,
unlike all these people in Hollywood, we want to be responsible with our content.
We
as
want to
well.
know our audience and tailor it to them.
Exactly. And
Absolutely.
just so y'all know, 5-minute warning.
Bing bong.
All right. So I think that means let's plug some shit.
Hey guys, first I want to extend my thanks. Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, anytime.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Happy to have you. I've been wanting to get you on here for a while now, because this is not just me doing MANimations. This is Jeremy too. He is an integral part of what we're doing.
I'm helping.
So he's
He
kind of
is our vice president and lead character designer. I've done some stuff for us as well, and I probably will in the future. But yeah, he's our lead there, and he's heading the big project for character design, and I think you're going to be really happy with it. Or so far, what we've got for that is going to be great. We got some funny stuff coming up. We've got some action-packed stuff coming up. Pitches. What's this about pitches?
No, that's what I think you were saying. How you plug stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh no! That I think plugs and pitches are two very different things. You know.
Yeah, they are.
What's Phaser talking about?
But
I'd like to unplug myself. We'd like to plug you. Ooh.
A plug is
You
like
might need the ER.
a plug would be like me saying, "Hey, support Sporkman." That's a plug. A pitch.
Only if I
unplug?
get to be the male Jack. Oh
Yeah.
my!
But all right. But yes, folks. Like once again, check out their channel. It's
That's MANimations Inc. Capital MAN Imations capital INC on YouTube. Subscribe. Check out our Lion-O parody video. Let us know what you think, and also follow us on Twitter. Same title at MANimations Inc. There as well. You can follow me at Mordenite on Twitter, and you can follow Jeremy at
Jeremy Fine 427.
Jeremy Fine 427. What else do we got? Sporkman, give us a plug.
Me? You can support Sporkman at Spork Studios, or you can support our comic at Comic Central / Sporkman Studios.
Excellent. And
Oh,
I'll make sure that we're subscribed on the MANimations channel as well, so that whenever we're on there, we can make sure to check your stuff.
definitely.
I'm pretty sure I'm also subscribed on my regular channel, but yeah, there we go.
All right. And as for me, I'm Bob Dolbot. Follow me on Twitter at Brainiac420, and please if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, ring the bell, and please help support the channel by donating to my Patreon. Link is in the video description.
What are you waiting for?
Huh?
No, I say, what are they waiting for?
Yeah, right. Help me make this a better channel. So I can get better equipment. But all right, I think we'll just call it quits there.
Alrighty, thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks
Thank you,
everybody
guys.
for joining us. Hopefully we can see you on the MANimations Inc. channel when we start doing live streams there. It's going to be fun.
All right.